Stellar Blade just stormed onto PC and it's already smashing records as Sony's biggest single-player Steam launch ever. This isn't just a port, it's a full-on update with new features, a massive player count and mods that are, let's say, raising a few eyebrows. Shift Up's action gem is making waves. And there's even bigger stuff on the horizon with a sequel and a brand new project. Here's everything you need to know about Stellar Blade's PC takeover and what's next for this studio. Within hours of its June the 11th launch, Stellar Blade hit a wild 100,000 concurrent players on Steam. And that number kept on climbing, peaking at 164,650 in just 24 hours. For context, Ghost of Tsushima maxed out at 77,000 players. God of War hit 73,000 players and Spider-Man Remastered reached 66,000. Stellar Blade's blowing them all out of the water. The only Sony game with a higher peak is Helldivers 2, but that's multiplayer, so it's a different beast at 458,000. This is a single player action game stealing the spotlight, and it doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. The PC version's pulling in players with some serious upgrades and updates. We're talking about things like Nvidia's DLSS4 for silky smooth AI upscaling. Unlocked frame rates mean you can push your rig to the limit. Ultra-wide monitor support makes those post-apocalyptic views pop. Higher resolution textures give every environment extra grit and some sparkle. And DualSense controller support brings haptic feedback and adaptive triggers to PC, so you can feel every single slash. If you're loving this breakdown and want to keep up to date with all the latest gaming news, make sure you're subscribed. That way you won't miss a single update on Stellar Blade or anything else shaking up the gaming world. Let's talk about the complete edition because it is packed. You're getting 25 new character outfits for Eve, which range from sleek sci-fi gear to, well, some bold choices you wouldn't pick if you're playing in the living room while your mum's cooking dinner. There's a new boss fight that's got players buzzing on X, with posts calling it brutal but fair. The crossover DLC with Shift Up's mobile game Goddess of Victory Nikki dropped alongside the launch. It adds Scarlet and her robotic dog Volt as NPCs, new missions in the Wasteland biome, and a bunch of exclusive cosmetics. Players are raving about the shooting range minigames where Eve wields an assault rifle to mow down waves of enemies. It's a chaotic change of pace from the usual swordplay. Back on May the 30th, Shift Up released a free demo in 250 regions, and it pulled in over 26,000 concurrent players in just a few hours. Now that's huge for a demo, especially for a game that's been out on PS5 since April 2024. It ran like a dream, even on the Steam Deck, and scored a 92% positive rating on Steam. The demo let you play the opening level, fight the first boss, and mess with character customization. Clearly, it hooked a ton of people because the full launch is on another level. Steam reviews are glowing right now. Out of 4,720 user reviews, 96.23 are positive, earning that overwhelmingly positive badge. Gamers are praising the optimization, with smooth performance across low-end PCs and high-end rigs alike. X-Posts are hyped up too, with users saying things like, "This port runs better than most AAA games that launched." No crashes, no glitches, no audio issues, just a rock-solid experience. The only hiccup? Some frame drops in an open-world wasteland area, but nothing game-breaking. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Stellar Blade's success isn't just about numbers, it's about Shift Up nailing the PC port. Unlike some PlayStation ports that launched rough, like Spider-Man 2 or The Last of Us Part 1, this one's polished. Shift Up studied other console to PC transitions to avoid these issues. They even dodged a potential disaster with region locking. The game was initially blocked in over 100 countries due to PSN requirements, but it's now available in all 250 regions. No PSN account needed, which is a massive win for accessibility. Here's something we expected, just not quite so soon. Mods are already everywhere. Since the demo dropped, modders have been tweaking everything from gameplay buffs to character designs. Some mods are straight up cosmetic, like new outfits for Eve. Others, let's just say they're not exactly family friendly. X users are sharing mod showcases, with one post joking, "Modders worked faster than Shift Up's DLC team." It's the PC gaming chaos we all know and love. Stellar Blade's gameplay is one of the main reasons it's clicking with players. It blends flashy combos with Sekira's precision-based combat. You're parrying, dodging, and chaining beta skills as Eve, a warrior fighting alien Nightbird on a ruined Earth. IGN gave the PS5 version a 7 out of 10, praising the combat and visuals but calling the story and characters lackluster. Still, players seem to disagree. X-Posts are full of love for Eve's journey and the game's boss fights. One user wrote, "The combat feels like a dance once you master it." That mix of challenge and style is clearly resonating with players. Shift Up's riding this wave hard. They've already confirmed a sequel, slated for release before 2027. That's huge for a studio that was mostly known for mobile games before this one. Stellar Blade sold over 1 million copies on PS5 in 2 months, so a follow-up was inevitable. X-users are buzzing about what's next, with some hoping for a deeper story or more open-world elements. One poster said, if they nail the narrative in Stellar Blade 2, it's game over for all the competition. But wait, Shift Up's not stopping there. They just teased a new IP called Project Spirits. It's an open-world action RPG with a focus on exploration and storytelling. The first image shows 2 characters, one with a sheathed sword standing in front of a traditional Korean-style building. It's giving off major Eastern fantasy vibes with job listings mentioning influences from Genshin Impact and Shift Up's own Nikkei. Martial arts, narrative depth and RP mechanics are all on the table for this one. X posts are hyped, with one user saying Shift Up's cooking something special with this one. Will Project Spirits steal Stellar Blade's thunder? It's too early to tell just yet, but Shift Up's got big plans. They're balancing a sequel, new DLC and this ambitious RPG all at once. Stellar Blade's PC launch proves they can deliver under pressure. The player count's still climbing, and with weekend numbers rolling in, it might even hit crazier peaks. X users are predicting 200,000 concurrent players by Sunday, and honestly, that doesn't sound too far-fetched. This launch is a wake-up call for Sony. Single-player games can dominate on PC if the port's done right. Stellar Blade's success might push more PlayStation exclusives to Steam sooner. For Xbox fans, it's a bit of a gut punch. Another Sony banger they can't play on their console. But PC gamers are eating well, and Shift Up's proving they're a studio worth watching. From a PS5 exclusive to a Steam juggernaut, Stellar Blade's journey is just getting started. And with a sequel and Project Spirits on the way, Shift Up's not slowing down.